Welcome back, CSE 3200 Yukon Stores. We're in Chapter 16, Video 3, where we're going to be setting up a format string for our crime report. We don't know what, there's no room on that slide for me, so I'll just stand over here. We don't know what the crime report is going to look like. It needs to be dynamic, so we are going to have placeholders. Here is the placeholders right here. And you could take a look at a good example of what should be shown. So this right here is going to be a placeholder for the crime, and it's going to be stolen yogurt. We're going to put an exclamation point at the end, and that's going to be built in. The crime was discovered. The crime was discovered on, I forgot that part. And then our placeholder number 2 is going to be for the date, Monday, March 27th in this case. And our placeholder number 3 is going to be whether the case is solved or not solved. And then placeholder 4 is going to be whether there's a suspect or not. This one says there is no suspect. And that's going to be because when we created our database, we've had an empty string. So we'll check to see if the string is empty. If it's empty, we'll say no suspect. If it's not empty, we will get that suspect from our database. If you take a look over there, didn't even notice until I started going through these slides, but I don't have in my placeholder number 1, so hopefully I can fix that on the fly for you guys. But it says discovered on Monday, March 27th. The case is not solved, and the suspect is Dwight Schrute. All right, so we are going to have to first go into our string resources and set up a bunch. Those are all new. You can see, I guess I'll be in the words here. You can see this is our format string right here, and then we're either going to have the case is solved or it's not solved, and we're going to either have that we have no suspect or the suspect is, and notice the placeholder over there as well, and then a criminal intent, crime report, and send report. Here is the code that we are going to use, and it's not quite polished up. I'll explain that a little bit, but take a look down here. We're going to use the get string, and we are going to have a crime report with a crime title, a date string, a solve string, and a suspect string. So that's going to be our placeholder 1, 2, 3, and 4 in that order. And then we are just going to use some logic to set them up. For instance, we're going to set solve string 2. Well, is the crime solved? If so, then we are going to use the crime report solve string. Otherwise, we're going to use the crime report unsolved string, and those you saw on the previous slide, etc. Okay, I do want to comment on this one here, though. When I put that in, I had an error. This date format as a constant is deprecated. It took me a long time to figure out what my error was. But with any luck, you could type that out and you would not have a problem. I did have a problem, and it gave me strings that looked like this down here at the bottom. The crime was discovered on, and then it's got some very poor formatting because I had that error in there. So we'll see if we can avoid that error in this case. All right, let's get to the code. So it looks like I have a couple things still to fix from when I tried this before. And I think our first fix of not having the actual crime show up is going to happen right here. So we're in strings.xml. We're going to be adding a bunch of resources. String name is equal to crime report. So we are going to put %1 $S, and then the exclamation point right behind it. The crime. What that's doing there, I must have hit something. The crime was discovered on, and let me just grab this and change it to a 2. This is going to represent the date, comma, and then we're going to put in the third placeholder, and this is going to represent whether it's solved or not, and comma, then the word and then our fourth placeholder which is going to represent our suspect. All right, I think that one is good. The others are a little bit more classic. String name equals crime report solved and our actual string is this case is solved, or the case is solved. And then I'm going to copy this because the next version is awfully similar for the not solved. So we'll put an un in front of solved and put a not in front of solved. Works fine. Next one, string name equals, inside double quotes, crime report no suspect, crime underscore report underscore no underscore suspect. And for the actual string, there is no suspect, and this starts off with a lowercase and it ends with a period. Grab this because its sister version is awfully similar. We get rid of the no and we put the suspect is. And then %s. Got a couple more. String name equals, inside double quotes, crime report subject, crime underscore report underscore subject. And this one is going to be criminal intent crime report. I don't know if this one's similar enough to copy, but I'm going to, and it's our final one. This is going to be send report. And send report via. Send crime report via. And these are for later on when we have our intents working. All right, now we're going to go into crime detail fragment, and we're going to have, after this chapter is done, quite a bit of new code, and a lot of it can just be put at the bottom. So we're going to go to the very bottom under Update UI, and we're going to put private fun get crime report, passing in crime of type crime. This will return a string object. And we've got a bunch of building to do. At the end, we are going to return getString. And inside of that, it's going to be r.string.crimeReport, comma, and then crime.title, comma, date string, which at this point I should start getting errors because I haven't built these. They go above, solved string, and suspect string. So let's make those. Val date string equals, we'll just put empty string for now. And we'll change it later. Solved string, suspect string, Okay. Doesn't really matter what order these are in, but I think I'll code them in the order that they were coded in the book. So we will get rid of this. All that was to do is like stub this, get this to shut up, no errors. All right, so the solve string is equal to if crime dot is solved, I expected to get a autocomplete there, but I did not. Oh, because I have a double equals. Okay. Get string. I put these string resources in, so they should show up. r.string dot crime report solved. Else. Grab this. And make it crime report unsolved. All right, so solve string is in good shape. The date string in the book comes next. So I will cut it. I will put it here. It's the one that gave me problems, so I'm actually going to come back to that, and we'll see if I get the same problem or if I can avoid it. So let's go down to suspect string. If crime.suspect dot is blank, come outside of the double parentheses, put curly braces. I think I still have the get string on the clipboard, maybe not. No, I don't. So just grab one of these. But it is going to be crime report no suspect. Else get string r.string.crime report suspect. So we'll get rid of the underscore no, but we have to actually put in comma crime.suspect to fetch that for the placeholder. Okay, so all of that should be good. I actually want to run this. And I just wanted to run this just to make sure it didn't crash. But so if I tried a crime report, it isn't going to do anything because I don't have these buttons wired up yet. I don't have listeners set to them. But just wanted to check that, just make sure everything was good to go at this point, because I remembered having a problem right here. Okay, so if I put in date format, which we've been using for a while now, date format dot format, and then inside here I did date underscore format. Now before I do that, let me go here and probably get an import. So I'm checking on the different imports here. So let's go back. It looks like I want that one. Okay. So we're going to go date, capital, date, underscore format. And crime.date, and then afterwards dot toString. All right, so maybe I didn't have date format like that before, not creating the error that I had last time. Let's see if I can get some sort of autocomplete. Date format. All right. No. Okay. Well, I'm not creating the error that I created last time, which caused the improper formatting. So I'm going to do it right anyway. The problem that I had was I missed setting up the field at the very top that sets the value for something called date underscore format. So let's put this as all capitals. And by the fact that it's all capitals, you can suspect that this is going to be a final, and therefore I'm going to have it at the top level. So let me just grab this and go to the top. Private constant val date format is equal to, and here's where we set how we want the format. So in double quotes, capital E, comma, space, M, comma, D, M's capitalized, D's not. All right, did that fix my error? Should have. I don't see anything red. It's all the way at the bottom. Yep, it should be fine. Okay, so that's it for video 3. We should be all set to now head into what are implicit intents as kind of like new topics / review, because we have looked forward to this date for some time. And all right, well, let's get into it in the next video. See you there.